Hello, these are the reasons why you can't crack online games.
Man, shut the f up, no AI can replace me. This bitch said why online games can't be cracked, but the correct question is why is it so hard to make these online games free? We can crack offline games because when you start a game, it performs one or more checks to verify that you own a legitimate copy. And you just need to understand the code of the game and find the part that is responsible for those ownership checks and modify or bypass it. Since all of this process is done on your computer, you can easily crack an offline game, or at least for most cases, but you can't put this method on these online games because they run using servers owned by the company that will be authoritative over game state, like handling when the match starts and ends. So if you didn't fucking notice, the biggest problem we have right now is that something we don't even physically own has the most authority over the paid game that we want to turn into a free one.
Why don't we just create our own servers?
I told you to shut the f up, man. Wait, you might be onto something. In 2004, there was this small game called World of Warcraft, maybe you know it. The server software was not shared, so anyone wanting a private server had to recreate it from scratch. So this project called Mangoes, no, it's literally Mangoes, such a weird name, but it is a free open source server emulator for World of Warcraft, began in 2005 and built on earlier World of Warcraft emulator work, including World of Warcraft daemon source code. Why the fuck am I in 3D? The developers also used some tools. The first tool was a debugger that lets you pause a program while it's running and inspect what's happening inside it, like what code is executing, what data is being processed, and after using the debugger they reverse engineered, or basically they understood the logic behind the code of the game, and while doing this they identified opcodes, and an opcode is essentially a number or identifier used to tell the other side what kind of message or operation is being communicated. And they also identify data handlers, and a data handler is a piece of code responsible for receiving, interpreting, or processing a particular kind of data. And the second major tool they used is a packet sniffer that captures network traffic, so while someone was actually playing World of Warcraft, the devs were able to recall the packets being exchanged between the client and the Blizzard server. And they also used a hex editor, and it is a tool that lets you inspect and modify the raw bytes that make up files and captured data, which helps developers understand file formats and analyze the packets they had collected. And once they understood enough of the client's behavior and the data being exchanged, they could finally write compatible program code, aka a server that could communicate with the World of Warcraft client. To be honest, I'm still unsatisfied with this method because you still won't be able to play on the official Blizzard servers for free. Just to be clear, the next section is totally made from my own conclusions after reading about this subject, so just take it with a pinch of salt. So in theory, if you want to make a game completely free on the official servers, you need to somehow take control of the company's infrastructure by either, I don't know, hacking their systems through a bug you have found, or tricking one of the employees to give you their credentials, basically performing a social engineering attack. Then after doing this, you need to make the service free to everyone, and that's it. You have turned a paid game into a free one, but I don't know if I can still call it cracking games because it's more of a cybersecurity incident, and this is really not maintainable. Like, if you took control of the servers and made the game free, then the company will know they got hacked and they would just shut down the servers and patch the vulnerabilities you have found, so the game will be free for a short period of time. So basically there are two ways to turn a paid online game into a free one. Either by making your own servers. This method may involve enormous amounts of reverse engineering the client code and even the network traffic between the client and the server. The traffic will be encrypted in modern games, which makes analyzing it harder, but you can still study how the legitimate client encrypts and decrypts the data. And if you were able to recreate the server, you will still not be able to play on the official servers, but at least this method is really maintainable, as we've seen with the Mangoes server. And the other hardcore method is to somehow take control of the company's infrastructure and then making the back end give everyone the permission to play the game. And through this method you will be actually playing on the official servers, but it is really not maintainable. And I was explicitly saying turning a paid game into a free one instead of just cracking games is because I'm not sure if you can still call these methods cracking games. If the definition of cracking is making games free, then I guess it fits the context, but I just wanted to be more specific. So this is the end of the video. You will find the resources I have used in the description. If I made any mistakes, please enlighten me in the comments. And yeah, see you till next time. Goodbye. Ciao ciao. Ciao 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 ciao.